Most distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me and my brothers today. Before I start off, I must express my disagreement with what just has been said. Michael, you said that democracy is not the panacea, but what kind of remedy is it if there's no delivery at all? Why always wait for something and wait and wait? The citizens should not be in a passive position all the time. You said also that it's legitimate consentment for government to do things for citizens. But why couldn't citizens take actions by themselves? It is the pure idea of democracy. Populism, you said that, yeah, it was about dismissing people, but that's exactly what democracy shouldn't do, actually, and that's exactly what it does today. And that's what I'm gonna prove in my speech. Harish, you also missed the point of the debate. You presented the benefits of the democracy. You didn't say that it was still alive and here. Today is a sad day, ladies and gentlemen, and we are very confused. We are very confused when we assume, no thank you, no thank you. When we assume that democracy is the power of the people through the simple process of voting. We are confused when we are reluctant to talk to Mr. Trump. We agree with you, but that should be more subtle. Today is a sad day. No thank you. We are mourning a most majestic creature, supposed to enhance what we all have best to offer, democracy. Democracy?
Point.
No, thank you. Is it democracy we're really talking about? No. Democracy is dead for two reasons. First, because of the continuing confusion between democracy and liberalism, and second, because of the existing and growing disconnection in the demos.
Point.
No, thank you. What we call democracy is in fact liberalism, as I just said. What really matters to us, besides the limitation of sovereign power, is the enjoyment of individual freedoms, is the enjoyment of economic freedom, is the enjoyment of Paul Krugman's columns. What is crucial to global liberal elites is not democracy.
Point.
Yes, please.
You speak of this mythical fable or creature of democracy. When has this perfect form of democracy ever existed? Is it not more justifiable to speak about the 123 countries that are real and functioning democracies?
There's a difference between saying that something is perfect and something is dead. We're arguing that it's dead. As our mother explained, the exchange of ideas is the principle in democracy, and people are the sovereign power. The voting process is only democratic. No, thank you. The voting process is only democratic only if it's combined not only with the capacity of speaking freely, but also listening freely. Otherwise, it's just a little paper in a box, and we all agree on this point. Moreover, democracy includes its contradictors. That is the principle of debating. And yet, today, paradoxically enough, in the era of social media, no thank you, we tend to talk to people who are just like us, which brings me to my second point. That point specifically shows the huge disconnection between global, liberal, educated elites and the rest of the population. If there is no single demos, there can be no demos kratos. No thank you. That explains the breakthrough of populism all around. UKIP, Alternative für Deutschland, Front National, everything, you name it, there is. Their message should not be underestimated. We are mistaken when we call them stupid, because, ladies and gentlemen, we have entered a new era. We all agree on the point that politicians have always lied, but what's new is that voters don't care anymore. That's the difference. That's shockingly new, because truth has become of secondary importance, and that is exactly why democracy has died. Democracy, demokratia, if we all use the same word, we must have meant the same thing at the beginning, but it's not there anymore. Debate was at the core. It was not about identity or religion. We all had to share our ideas. That was democracy, and sadly, it's dead today. It has passed. What were the fatal symptoms? Confusion, division, untruthfulness, distrust. So I challenge you today, think outside the box and accept that democracy is dead. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita.